Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and full review of this GLOSSDAY Blacklight flashlight 100 UV LEDs. That's the box here. There is not much. It's an industrial box, how it comes. Be professional, be excellent. Anyway. So here there's a big warning. UV light, do not look directly at light. That's really important, and you should definitely be all the time aware of this. This is not just like a standard warning which you have like at the microwave. Do not put the cat into the microwave or something like silly things. This is really important. Of course, so also with the cat it's same thing, but it's common sense. With the UV light it's a little bit more difficult, because UV light, the problem is that's usually not visible or not good visible. So usually UV light is, I think that's usually starts from 230 nanometers up to around 400 nanometers, and the normal human eye is only capable to see light from about 380 nanometers. So there's just a little bit small range where you can see something. So we'll go into that a little bit later. So here we have the description. If you want to make better buy decision, you bought used or you lost the instructions, here I'm going to show you everything. It's not much. There's not much instructions. There's just say pet urine stains and bed bugs detector, but it can do really a lot. And the thing is, you can see this flashlight now. It looks a little bit different than how it looked when it came. It didn't have these warnings on it. So these warnings I was putting on it because there's one reason, and I found out that this thing is freaking crazy strong. No kidding. This thing costs only about $15-16 or so, but this thing is absolutely insane, crazy strong, and I will show you that later on. So here we have, by the way, the batteries. It doesn't come with batteries. You need a lot of batteries. 3 here, that's I think double A, and here same thing, double A. And at least it has like arrows. You can see this is the front with the arrow, and you have to buy them separately, of course. For $16 we can't expect to get also the batteries. By the way, what you can see, this almost everything is metal. It's really strong, it's heavy. I have no clue how they can produce something and sell it for $16 with so many LEDs light. 100 UV LED lights. By the way, the thing is, I'm going to show you that here. Don't look at this when it's turned on. This is absolutely crazy. I have been doing some checks at the beginning. I thought, okay, it's just another UV light, and I was going to the bathroom and checking for a little bit of urine and dust, and I've been finding everything. Especially dust. There was a lot of dust. It's crazy how much you can find. If you're like a pro cleaner or something like that, that could be really helpful to see if there is still some dust and dirt and urine or whatever. If you have to go to clean to a home where there are animals, especially dogs, and you have to find out where you have to clean the most. And I've been doing that on my rabbits. It's maybe not the same thing, but basically it's just detecting the protein, and that's pretty much same thing. Doesn't matter what animals it is, or at least most of the animals, and I've been easily able to detect the pea spots of my rabbits in the wood shavings, so it's absolutely no problem to see a difference. The wood shavings which I have been using for a couple of days, it was full of spots, and I've been able to see where they are preferred doing their business. And with the new wood shavings, there has not been anything at all. I've been pointing at it, and there was no reflection, no, nothing. So you can do a lot of people are doing this, using this outside to find some bugs or even scorpions, and a lot of people have been writing me that it's crazy, they love the thing. There's almost like a community when you write a question. This is insane. When you go to Amazon to this listing and you write a question like what can I do, is it dangerous, this and that, so you will get a crazy amount of response on that. I've never seen that with any product. I thought, yeah, okay, no, nobody's buying that. Just let me ask a question. Maybe somebody's responding, and I got about 20 responses to my question just for this product. I mean, it's a flashlight, and I thought, okay, nobody will respond, and it's crazy. So it seems that really a lot of people are using that, and they are loving this. It's almost like a community, but there is still a lot of uncertainty about that, how strong it is. I wanted to know how strong this is, and I just didn't get a lot of reliable feedback, and I did a lot of research, and so in general we can say it is quite dangerous. I mean, it won't really kill you instantly, it won't destroy your eyelid in a second, but it can really harm, especially if you are exposed for a longer time or repeatedly. There's something which is called snow blindness, and I think it's pretty similar to that if you are exposed or your eye is exposed too long to that light. The problem is just it's not emitting like the white light with the sun. I mean, the sun is emitting like a UV light and the white light, so it like you're blinking, you cannot look directly into the sun, you instantly look away. It's not like with these things, this is just UV. Your eye won't look away, like, and you could easily stare into that for 1 minute or so directly, and probably you will be almost fully blind. So this is really dangerous. So this is the reason why I put this here, and I can highly recommend to do the same thing and put it away in a safe place so children don't have access to this. This is really important, and I wonder actually why people can buy this for $15. I mean, it's almost like a weapon, and you can hurt yourself or animals or children, or they can hurt themselves. It's crazy. So yeah, anyway, so let's go a little bit more to the point here, and what I did actually with this thing to find out how strong it is. I went to a couple of scientific pages where they try to find out how strong this really is, and I've seen doing one guy calculations based on the power. He had 6 watts, this is 18 watts, and so he was having like a statement, and so I did even a little bit of additional calculation because it's 3 times stronger than his one, and so I came to the conclusion, if this guy is right, that the power of this is the same UV light as you would have with the sun, as long as you focus this on 1 square foot, which is maybe something like that. So when you point this thing down here, you can see that's a small area. So when you go away at some point, you will hit an area which is 1 square foot, and that's probably then the amount of UV light which is equivalent to the maximum what you get from the sun. But it's just his statement. It's hard to prove because you can't find a lot about that. So, and I just wanted to test this thing. So the question is how to find out how strong UV light really is, and we have this UV checker. This is built for measuring UV light from the sun. It's from I think 230 nanometers up to 400 nanometers, and we can turn this on, go outside, and it gives really a really nice good reading, which I would say makes sense. When we turn this on here, so let's try to get a reading on that. So we'll turn this on here and put it directly in front of that. I'm not going to do that for a long time. I'm just doing that here, and it has made a reading. I mean, when I had my fingers in front of that, I was really feeling really warm, so there's probably really a lot of power, but the reading was 0. So is it damaged here or not? No, it's actually not. I've been testing that with this UV light. That's like a nail lamp which you can buy everywhere. This is, I think, $15, so pretty cheap. It has these UV lights inside, and I was activating this, and it has a total power of around 10 watts or so. This is 18 watts, and I mean it has some of the UV LEDs, a little bit less than this one, but I was holding it really close to one of these, and I got up to UV level 5, which is usually at I mean, it's not like out in the desert at noon, but it's quite a lot. So you can imagine there's some discussion about that people should use sunscreen when they make their nails. So I've been comparing to this. So the strange thing is, even though it's capable to measure, it's not capable to measure this thing. I think this is listed with a nanometer of 395. I don't know how much this is, but it's supposed to measure up to 400, but it hasn't been able to do that. I don't know why. So, but anyway, so I've been then comparing, because I didn't get a real number on all these devices. I have even this one here, that's a infrared thermometer. It's a like a combination. It has like a laser pointer, and it has like infrared thermometer detection. It has also a UV light which helps to detect some things like AC leaks or so. And I've been comparing this. So what I have done is I've been using some nail gel, which is normal when you go to it's like a normal standard nail UV gel, which can be cured with such a light in about 1, 2, or 3 minutes. The numbers are a little bit different. I have been trying the one which I've been putting 1 drop of this UV gel glue on a piece of cardboard, and I put it inside, and I let it run for 90 seconds to find out how hard it is, and it was pretty good. So my wife, she was a nail tech for a couple of years, and she told me, yeah, that's not bad. I mean, she was adding a little bit, maybe half a minute more to make it really hard. So maybe there were 2 minutes or so at the very end, and it was done. It was okay. I've also tried this with this thing here, and it was similar when I had it really close to that. So it was definitely also doing something. So what I did, I had it like with this for 90 seconds, and then I tried first with 30 seconds, because I knew that this flashlight will be stronger, and I did it same thing to make sure that the UV glue is hard 30 seconds, and it was super hard. So then I did it again, and I just held this torch or flashlight for 10 seconds to this UV glue, and it was still super hard. And now here comes the crazy thing. So I thought, okay, how fast can I do this? And I reduced the time which I used to cure this glue to 2 seconds, only 2 seconds, compared to 1.5 minutes with this thing here. And it was even harder after 2 seconds than 1.5 minutes with this thing here. So you get an idea how strong this is. Unfortunately, I could not really measure that with my UV meter, but here you get an impression how strong this is. I estimate this to about 50 times stronger than this one. This is absolutely insane, and I maintained same distance. So I was using also this one. I used it 10 seconds on a UV gel drop, and there was just a little bit, the surface was a little bit hard, but underneath it was totally wet. 10 seconds. Here after 2 seconds everything was hard, even deep inside. So that's absolutely insane. I mean, you can imagine how strong this really is. So I'm going to show you that a little bit. I mean, I'm wearing sunglasses and I'm behind the camera, so I'm turning this on and you can see this a little bit. I hope you can see that. I think, yeah, the camera gets a little bit the thing, so you can, so you have been able to see that. I've turned it off for safety reason, and yeah, for me, I was close to put it into the trash because I think it's so dangerous if you don't use it correct. Or just children pick it up. I mean, we don't have young children anymore, but you never know who's in the home. So, but my wife, I've been showing the thing, how to use that like in a dark room and to see all the stains and dust and everything. And she was almost freaking out and saying, oh my gosh, this can be so helpful. I mean, she's working as a professional cleaner, and she told me maybe that's something which she's going to use, because it was insane. I mean, the things what you can see with this light, it's absolutely crazy. So there's absolutely no doubt that this thing really works. It's super strong. It's not like a fake UV which is just shining blue or something like that. This is real UV light, and it's freaking strong UV light. I don't know if you can get even a stronger one. This is dangerous enough, I think. There's no reason to buy a stronger one. There are other ones around which have less power, so I think this would be, for me, definitely the maximum power which I would go with. And I mean, from technical point, I can definitely recommend it. Looks everything good, really strong. There's just a plastic cover here, but I mean, usually you're not going to do crazy things with that, but everything else is really metal, solid metal. It has this nice handle. Also the button works pretty good here, and it's nice and clear. Comes with this box. I mean, it would be nice to have a carry bag, but I'm still keeping this and put it like in a drawer with that, and also with the instructions, and definitely including the warnings. And by the way, one thing here is, since we have the 395 nanometer, it's UVA, which is the least dangerous. At least it's the least dangerous type of UV light, at least compared to UVB and UVC. And since it's so high number, 395, you can definitely see it a bit, not fully of course, but just a bit. And so I'll put down the link to this listing down into the description, so you can check it out and order it right from there if you like it. If you want to make some interesting observations and or tests or crazy stuff, so but just be careful. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments or your own experience with such lights, please write everything down into the feedback area. I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.